Merry Christmas, YouTube. Welcome back to another video on my channel. I hope you all had a fantastic time. Unfortunately, my family was rather ill over the break, which was unable to make me go to the Bristol City game or do a preview for it. But I hope you guys had a fantastic one. We're back with the preview for Swansea City on the 30th, Sunday, a 3 p.m. kickoff. An exciting one for me because my dad and I are off to the game and we're sitting in hospitality, so you'll get a different side of the vlog for the hospitality one. So if you do like today's video, smash that like button, hit the sub. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so it'd be really cool if we can try and hit that as quickly as we can. So as we know, we played Swansea City back on the 7th of December. We know what they're all about. Very good side, but just couldn't finish their goals, really. Just like Luton were previously. They had a lot of chances. They passed the ball around very well. They're a good passing possession side. But unfortunately, when they get in front of goal, a couple of chances that they were unable to get, and they missed a few. Swansea currently sitting 17th on the form table for home. They've won 4, they've drawn 4, and they lost 3. Whereas Luton Town are currently 8th on the best form for a home fixture, where they've won 6, drawn 3, lost 3. But obviously, Luton being away, they're currently 3rd from bottom on the away form table, where Luton have only won 1 and drawn 1 away from home. They're currently on 8 consecutive losses in a row. It's been a real rough time for myself and many travelling fans to go and watch Luton Town away. So, again, like Bristol City, we've just got no identity at the moment. Unfortunately, Luton are setting up with this 3 at the back constantly. And if there's someone injured or we haven't got a centre-back available, he just finds someone else available to fill that centre-back role. And we're just not exciting to watch at the moment. And I just don't know why we're allowing it to be acceptable. And, 8 losses on a row. The other ones, Millwall away wasn't a brilliant performance, but we got the win. The home performances at the moment haven't been very good either, but we're still grinding out a win. Like I say, Swansea should have beaten us at home, but they just couldn't finish their dinner. And obviously, we got the draw out of it 1-1. Something's got to change very soon. And obviously, the board are probably going to stick with him throughout January to get the players that he wants. We've not really had very good transfer windows since the start of the Premier League, where we obviously got Ross Barkley, Samuel Okongo and stuff like that. Since then, they've been pretty terrible. So, yeah, fingers crossed we can do something in January, because obviously last January in the Premier League, we had only 2 signings. One of them went back out on loan, Tom Holmes, to Reading. And the other one, obviously, was a little bit unfit. Then he come in the side, which was Hashioka. So, fingers crossed, things can change in January and we can bring in some players. For me, it's rather grinding on me that the 5 at the back constantly, there's no dynamic changes. It's the same formation, the same tactics. We're just trying to change the people that are in their positions. Cooley Woodrow's starting to go in midfield. Pelly come on and did really well and inspired the team at home. But it's really grinding on me that we're not changing the formation. And if anything, that's the reason why I'm starting to get a little bit peed off, especially travelling up and down the country, seeing the same style every time, and it's just not working. So something needs to change, and we need to do it quickly in order to try and keep ourselves going. But having said that, we are mid-table. We're 3 points off the mid-table spot on. We've still got a bit of a cushion down the bottom. Luckily, there are still quite a lot of worse teams than us, but some of them teams that are below us have beaten us as well. So Swansea away, a big one. Swansea currently sitting 10th place, 5 points above Luton. They set up, as we know, in the 4-2-3-1 style. Liam Cullen is their top goal scorer with 8 goals in 20 appearances. He has scored 4 goals in the last 4 matches since he's played Luton. Zach Viptanic is currently 2nd top goal scorer as well. Now, how do I think Luton Town will set up against Swansea City? We've set up as a 5 at the back. I'm going to go blue in the face until it actually happens, but I want to go and see this 4 at the back. Again, put in Chongi and Moses as wing backs, and relying on the likes of Joe Johnson in the middle. Obviously, Joe Johnson's been playing there for the under-21s and for England, but I want to see him out on the left as a left back rather than in the middle. Have 4 at the back. McGuinness, Holmes in the middle, and then we put Moses. He can do a good job there. He just obviously needs someone in front of him if he's going to do that as right midfield, someone like that to go up and down, or he can overlap. And then in midfield, if we have to go back to basics, exactly what Rob Edwards said previous many weeks ago, and I don't get this scenario of it was a step forward, yeah, it was a good performance. It wasn't really a good performance. It was dull. Yeah, the stats there, we don't win games off stats. We win games by scoring more goals than the other team. End of story. We didn't fail to do that. We failed to close the person down. He had a lot of time. He shot. Kaminsky, could he have done better? Great strike, etc. But he wasn't closed down enough. Need to get back to basics. 4-4-2 if we have to. Then we stick in midfield. On the left, Chongi. In the midfield, Klaus. We'll go Nakamba. On the right-hand side, we'll go Zach Nelson, someone who was really good at QPR early on in the season. Did alright when he came on at Bristol City. And then up top, we have Morris and Adebayo. They, unfortunately, are very isolated at the moment because we've got nothing in midfield. Getting the ball and passing it to them. You could put Joe Taylor up top. You could put Cauley Woodrow. You could put your Nan up front. But at the moment, until we're not giving them the service, they're not going to score the goals that we're looking for. We need to provide that service away from home. So 4-4-2, go back to basics. And that's the only way that I feel that we can get something different. Because at the moment, we're not doing that. Norwich, we felt was more of a 4-4-2. And it was a little bit better. Chongi, wasted at wing-back. Needs to be further up, left mid. And then he can always track back slightly. Over on the right-hand side, Nelson. Brown didn't even feature against Bristol City. Might be injured. If he's not, maybe Brown or Nelson on the right-hand side. Clark didn't have a very good game against Bristol City. I know he's fantastic when he is on the ball, when he's on his game at home. He was good against Derby, but, you know, maybe he relies on him a little bit too much. Give him some downtime. Bring someone else on. Nakamba's sitting on the bench doing nothing at the moment. Get him on and try do something with it. You could even expose it and do Nakamba slightly defensive more, Klaus more in front, something like that. But I think give Nakamba a go. And then obviously you've got the likes of Taylor to come on. Woodrow. I know he's been putting Woodrow at midfield. He did okay when he come on with Derby and at Bristol City. But, you know, just try something different. It's really frustrating at the moment. So that is my sort of lineup. 4-4-2, back to basics. And try and get the job done and go again. We know obviously it's 8 losses in a row now. So something has got to change. And if it's clearly not working 5 at the back, change it completely. Even try and put the kids on. Just change something up and do something different. Because you're going home and away constantly. And we've got a big one at home on New Year's Day against Norwich City as well. So we've got to try and pick up some points here. Because if we try and rely on at home and we don't win at Norwich or we don't win here either, then there could be some questions starting to be asked. That's going to stay positive and go for the 4-4-2. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and how you think you're going to set the team up. Until then, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. We'll still look forward to seeing you on Sunday at Swansea City. First time going to the ground as well. Looking forward to it in hospitality. Make sure you do hit that follow button and the subscribe. 5,000 subscribers we're on the way to. 4.7 currently. We'll see you on Sunday.